Hello, all you ghouls and goblins. Welcome to a very spooky episode of Woolly Mammoth Gaming. We're playing Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain.
That was good, George. I'm impressed.
Welcome, all you ghouls. Let's start the game. Let's start the game, the vampire.
Blah, blah.
Magical operation of maximum importance.
Oh,
The initiation of a new aeon.
oh no, a new
When it
aeon.
becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet
Ooh,
must be
this is gonna
bathed.
be
whole
a
planet.
spooky game with vampires
Oh,
and
man.
people getting stuck on stakes.
Whoa.
we're playing,
Whoa,
so-
that's a graphic image.
So if you're one of our big Woolly Mammoth fans, you may have been like, whoa, they played Soulreaver like a year ago and haven't played any
Has
more
it
games in
been?
the series. No, it hasn't been that long. But it's been
That's
a
what
while.
I'm thinking. I don't think it's been a year.
But big news, Blood Omen, the Legacy of Kain, the original game, came out for PC just recently, earlier this month, I believe. And we're going to play it.
And we're excited to look at what they've done to it, right?
Yeah, some
Supposedly- oh, look at that.
1993,
Some
94?
gore.
No, this has to be like 95 CGI graphics. This was
Yeah,
an
it looks
early
pretty clear.
PS1 game.
It looks real clear,
I think this was like the first year of the
crisp in
PS1.
certain areas.
So we're playing a mod that supposedly cleans up some of these graphics a little bit. Also, the big thing is allows for X input controllers. So I'm using my Xbox controller,
Nice.
which makes it a lot easier.
Sweet.
to maneuver. Oh, he's
Ooh.
just sucking up that blood.
Wow.
All right, so this opening scene is kind of confusing because you don't know who anyone is or what's going on.
Well, we do get that somebody's screaming for somebody called Malik.
Yeah, that's
There you
Malik
go.
right there. They chained him. They're taking away his body.
Well, he's he only had like this real long cloth to cover up.
It was a real.
Quite
it had
sexy.
to be. It had to be extra long, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I see. Had to cover it. Make sure to cover it all.
Okay, so to give you some context for what's going on here, you'll be like totally confused. So these are the Circle of the Nine. They're like the vampire hunters. They're kind of like the guys that rule this world. They're like wizards and stuff, and supposedly keep the vampires in check. But they're all getting murdered by this vampire, Voldemort. I think his name is? That sounds like Lord of the Rings. I can't remember what his name is. But they're all getting killed. But they were kind of corrupted before that, even.
The tavern's closing.
That-
Better be on your way, stranger.
But, and all that being said, none of that has anything to do with Kain. At least not as of yet. This is Kain, our titular character.
So this has nothing to do with the Soulreaver series yet, right?
It's in the same universe. But
So I left,
It's kind of like a spin-off.
cold of heart and soul.
so the Soulreaver game we
To the
played.
road, and the long, bitter night.
Okay, so we are gotta leave. So he's not gonna serve us any more drinks. We have a nice sword.
He's busy walking back and forth,
Yeah,
apparently.
carrying a bottle by the neck in his hand.
That's a bottle or like a turkey leg? I don't know.
I think it's
can't
a wine
tell what it
bottle.
is.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Would have been more interesting if it was a turkey leg and he's just walking back and forth.
All right, so we're getting attacked by bandits, and there's basically no escape here. There's way too many of them. Let's see if I can kill maybe one
Oh
of them.
wait, they know you because they said that's him.
I wonder if you could, well, if you could actually kill them.
It looks like your sword is just going right through them.
Oh, they got me.
Now,
So the Soulreaver game we
Wow.
played takes place years and years, eons after this one, where
Okay.
Kain is the bad guy. Here you play. I mean, Kain's not really a good guy in this one either. But here he's in hell.
Oh, wow. I was wondering, how is he still alive with that stuck to him?
Suffering to the conquered.
Ve Victus means suffering to the conquered.
Suffering. Not
I
only
guess if he
because
says so,
this
I wouldn't know.
was physical,
Is that
Gotta know some Latin.
Yeah.
jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge.
Ooh, this
I didn't
is
care if I was in heaven or hell.
yeah. You in hell, man.
All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for.
All right. So basically, you're getting sent back from hell
Chance for
uh,
vengeance, and like a fool, I
as a
chose this
vampire.
path without considering the cost.
I guess they don't explain exactly why Kain in particular, but he's tasking you with rebalancing the world too, because the Circle of the Nine's all corrupted and stuff. So there's like a whole bunch of lore and backstory to all this.
So you get killed by some
like random thieves.
Random thieves, and then they're like, okay, go back and purge the world of evil.
Yeah, see here, I'm in my crypt. So this is the way the game looks, a lot different than Soulreaver. So this is a 2D top-down game, similar to like Zelda. Alright, so we got our first spell, the Sanctuary spell.
Crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite.
Okay, so if we ever need to come back here, we can use the spell, it'll send us back to the grave. So this guy's, everyone seems to want to kill you in this game, in general.
Why? Why do they hate you?
So you gotta just kind of take him out.
Must have been a real dick.
Yeah, I kind of was. And
Kind
then when they're like wobbly like this, you can suck their blood, and it gives you health. That's a kind of a cool, that's probably the coolest mechanic of this game, along with like the millions of weapons and armor and spells you get, is the fact that you can kind of suck the blood of your enemies.
And then it kind of like drips down on the right side into that bottle.
Yeah, into your bottle.
This
is very gothic.
Yeah,
Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his own body.
The other weird thing about this game is there's constantly people chained up to walls.
Very S&M.
It's very, well,
force is increased.
so that's basically the way you heal, is like, that's why they're there, so that you can heal. But instead of just giving you like a vial of blood, which actually there is a vial of blood, they also just have random people chained to walls so you can suck on their blood.
It's like,
And they're like,
how the hell did it
and
end
you're
up
like,
there?
oh, maybe there's just one in the crypt, but no, they're like in buildings and houses and caves.
Yeah,
Like, man, that's a lot of.
Very dark people back then.
Yeah, and anytime you step on these red triangles, that triggers a like dialogue that we're kind of talking over, but you guys got subtitles. He's not saying anything that important. This is a save point, and I'm gonna try very hard not to save over my existing games. We'll just create a new one up here. I made a copy of my original one down there, so I should put a copy of the file somewhere too, just in case I accidentally save over it, because I'm really bad about doing that.
I like that pun. Play it safe.
Play it safe. I was like, go on.
That was so corny.
Oh my god, if you guys are sensitive about us making fun of dialogue, I think some people got upset because we were making fun of the dialogue in Soulreaver. I mean, this one's probably not as bad as Soulreaver, but there's some pompous vampires in here in dialogue.
Yeah.
So the rain hurts you, so you don't want to spend too much time outside.
Really? It rain? What is it? Acid rain?
Well, water is not good for vampires. Water brings life, and vampires are death.
Oh, it does have like an acidic touch to it, the rain.
I think he would be concerned to know that blood is made up of mostly water. I don't know why I'm speaking with this accent.
What is
turned
that?
into a French accent. So yeah, if you want to save as much as possible, you can always save at any of these pillars. Most dungeons, most rooms have a save spot. And these skeletons are just kind of walking around.
Like green colored?
And it got green blood, which I don't know why a skeleton would have blood. Doesn't put
Yeah,
any
why
sense.
would
But
a
don't drink the skeleton blood, because that'll poison you. But you can't even do that yet. Oh, I've seen more people
There
chained
goes
to
a lady.
walls.
What is that guy doing? Digging?
She's like, can you excuse me? We're like filming a video here.
Filming of pornography.
A pornography. Yeah. I was gonna say something really dirty, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna hold off on our first episode. We'll save those for later. So yeah, until you get some better weapons, you kind of just have to hit them and run, because they got a wide range with that shovel. The purple globes refill your magic, which is not super useful now because I don't have many spells. But when you get some spells, man, you can really do some damage with some magic.
So why did they decide to redo this game?
Well, so here's the whole thing, which is an interesting story. I think this one goes in, and I think this one goes in. This one goes in. This one goes out. This one goes out. No. Okay. You have to figure out the order, there's only so many combinations. I thought it was this, but I guess I'm mistaken. Maybe it's this? What the hell? There it goes. Okay, so the whole story of this game So they pretty much released every other Soulreaver game because it was all released under a single developer publisher, which was Eidos. It was actually Crystal Dynamics, Eidos, which got absorbed into Square Enix.
And eviscerate my human enemies by stripping ragged flesh from blood.
Okay, I got some flays. So some flays are going to be really important. So you can equip stuff in the menu. I only have one, so I don't really want to use that yet. I only have the sword and the regular armor, and we got the one spell. So the whole thing that happened is basically it was developed by one group of people, Silicon Knights, which got absorbed into Activision, and then it was published by Square Enix, well, Eidos, Crystal Dynamics at the time, which is basically Square Enix now. So anyway, it was split up between these two publishers, so they never really got to agreement of how to deal with the rights in order to release it. I guess they figured something out. Whereas all the later ones were all just developed and published under the same umbrella company.
Oh, wow. Got complicated.
Yeah, and then the thing is there were different companies and then they got absorbed by other companies, but ends up half this game is owned by like Activision, the other half is Blizzard. Not Blizzard, is Square Enix. So, I don't know, they figured something out. And it's only on GOG. Which GOG, if you're not familiar with, if you play PC games, you're probably somewhat familiar. They re-release a lot of classic games. That's like their goal, mission statement, is to try to get as many classic games released.
That's cool.
So they work a lot with publishers and figuring out who has the rights and try to get it to work on modern PCs. This one still had some issues. That's why I'll put the link to the patch or the mod in the description. It's really easy to set up.
Cool.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came.
There they are. We're gonna kill them, take our revenge, and suck their blood, and then their dicks. No, just kidding, just their blood.
You're gonna rip them out.
Would that be the worst vampire? That sounds like a porno, right? A vampire who instead of sucking blood just sucks dicks. It's like, oh no. I come to suck your dick.
Suck the blood out of their dicks.
That's not what comes out of there.
I know, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's a vampire that's sustained by seminal fluid. I was trying to think of the least dirty word to use. This is getting off the rails. Oh my god. All right.
My quest was over.
Okay, that's it. We had our revenge. He said his quest is over. Game over.
Game
this was a great
over.
episode,
It was
guys.
Great, yeah.
We'll see you later. If you like, comment. You can also subscribe and do stuff.
Do stuff?
I don't know. Support us. Join our we have a Facebook page, right? JD's our social media expert here.
Yeah, we do silly.
Okay, so you can follow us on the Facebooks.
On the Facebooks. George, why you sound like you're much older than me?
By the way, we are both 65, in case you didn't know. Okay, so he basically told us to look to the pillars. Do you remember the pillars from Soulreaver? Where you go, that's the first time you fight Kain.
Yeah.
And it's like in this cathedral thing, like this temple. They're all corrupted and destroyed. So they're in this game too, the pillars. That's a big part of...
Oh, so there's kind of like a connection there.
Yeah, so
That's
this
cool.
is the village where we were cornered and killed.
Oh, you're back
if
where
you
it all
need more
started.
blood, you could kill these guys. Yeah, we're back home.
Home sweet home.
If you see any of these barrels, you want to chop them open because they got cool stuff in them. So
You just went into somebody's house and they're sleeping?
I mean, look,
Is that what's going on there?
I'm a vampire. It's not like I gotta be invited into their house to come in. Isn't that like the stupidest vampire rule? Like they won't come in unless they're invited.
Well, it's interesting because I was reading through Mental Floss, magazine Mental Floss. They had 11 facts about how movies invented these horror monster myths.
Okay.
Like the fact that Frankenstein's monster is green.
That's true, because Mary Shelley doesn't say that. She's not like,
Yeah.
oh, this green guy with a square head.
Hollywood movie invention. Even the bolts on his neck.
Yeah,
that was an invention. The fact that witches are green is another invention. They must have loved the color green for some reason.
That's true. I wonder, what was the first? Was that Wizard of Oz that was the first one to make the witch green? And everyone's like, oh, that's a witch now.
Yeah, they do mention that in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 11 interesting facts. What was another one?
Here, Jenny,
another
can you
one.
say this name? Oh, it's not going to come up again.
What's that? Oh, you want me to pronounce a name?
Yeah, okay. We'll do the next city. They're all like these crazy German, Dutch names and this.
Oh, yeah, I'm going
it's
to do
weird 'cause
well with that.
He speaks Latin, kind of, but then all the names are like these Germanic Dutch names. They're like Ziegturchl.
Well, that might actually be a real word.
Ziegturchl.
Yeah.
That was not what that word was. I forgot the name of that city. I actually don't remember
He
the
probably
names of any of the
mentioned it
cities
again,
because
silly.
they're all like really crazy. It's like you just hit him and then walk back and get that sweet, sweet blood. Okay, so those guys are gonna throw knives. So what we want to do here is I'm gonna throw a
ninjas.
flay at him.
Oh. Oh my
And I
god.
exploded him.
Whoa.
Well, actually, I like stripped the flesh from his bone. Boom.
That does that? My god.
Yeah. So
That's
be careful. You only have a few flays, but you know you get a lot of items in this game. So you should use them.
yeah, that's an amazing weapon right there.
Wow.
Wow.
It's pretty gnarly. Here, I'll just kill this guy with my sword.
He's like pointing the wrong way.
He's like, oh no, I wish they had invented glasses.
A
Only I
bullseye.
could- Why did they let me throw knives? I can't see for shit. Oh no, you drank all my blood. I need that. Oh no. Okay, goodbye.
That was
I'm
should have
dead.
been like the first thing they should have done was like test his eyesight.
Right. You shall be our sharpshooter. This is not a good idea. I am your king. I shall say.
I'm cross-eyed. How could I be a sharpshooter?
The vampire's power waned.
So you do more damage at night too. So kind of like the reverse. If you've ever played Castlevania, the enemies are stronger at night, and the enemies are weaker during the day.
The pillars of Nosgoth.
Ooh, pillars of Nosgoth.
Even in
See, they
life,
go all the way into
few
the heavens.
sights have moved me such as this.
He got moved. It stirred his loins.
Yeah, it's unclear like what his place in the world was before he turned into a vampire.
He said he was of noble blood, so apparently he was like
Oh boy.
part of some kind of family.
I'm gonna pause for 1 second because the vacuum cleaner just turned on. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, he's part of a noble family. That's true, but I don't know why he's so amazed by the pillars of Nosgoth. He's probably seen them before. Oh, you probably remember this person from Soulreaver too, Ariel.
Ariel.
She had like the half face. I think
Right,
she does in
yeah.
this one too. Well, if you were paying attention to the opening cinematic, you'll see why that happened. Someone burned half her face.
Keep your distance,
Youch.
or I'll send you back to hell, spirit.
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm
You don't
only
wanna
a
talk to
shadow
her?
Of my former self, Ariel, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
So she's a very similar role in this one as Soulreaver. She's kind of like telling you what to do.
Only release. You must destroy the
She's like the
sorcery,
Oracle.
the
Yeah,
sorcery that is
in the
my
Matrix.
poison, Nosgoth.
She also bakes cookies.
Only then will you realize peace. The Nine, the protectors of hope, were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Napraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the circle, crumbling the very
What
foundation
is that?
of Nosgoth.
Yeah, I know
You
what's going on
must
there.
They're
restore
showing her
peace.
eyes shut.
You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for
Oops.
yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
Okay, so I guess even though we're a bad guy, we're tasked with like setting the balance right in this world.
Napraptor, with his blind act of vengeance, threatened to destroy all
Napraptor?
of Nosgoth.
Sounds like a type
Each
of
circle
dinosaur.
member was
It
bothered
does sound like a
and not
dinosaur.
served. The pillars reflected the mental state of their servants, and as the minds of the circle degenerated and descended farther into dementia, the pillars crumbled. To restore them, each member of the circle had to die, and the artifact that served as their link to the pillar had to be returned. Only when all the pillars were restored
Okay, he's
did
got a lot
Ariel
to say.
claim my curse would end. And so, my hunt for Napraptor began.
These beacons serve as landmarks during my flights in bat form.
Ooh,
Once I
he's
have
gonna turn
committed
into
their
a bat.
locations to memory, I can
Cool.
always
Just like-
return. In
It's
bat
like a
form,
regular
I can
vampire.
travel great distances with ease. From my vantage in the heavens, no region of Nosgoth is forbidden to me.
So these people were like protectors, but they had to die to keep it going.
Yeah, don't think about it too much. But I'm like killing all these people.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the story.
But yeah, okay. So really, I'm not a good guy at all. I'm a vampire who's just killing. But she told me she can lift my curse. She didn't exactly say that. I don't know why he assumed that.
You shouldn't assume.
Yeah, you know what
You
happens
know
when
what
you
they say.
assume.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so basically she kind of said that she could lift my curse. Not really. But she wants me to kill all of the Circle of Nine, which were like the wizards that were protecting the world from vampires. And I guess they got corrupted or something, and they're not.
She
good
said there
guys
was a
anymore.
traitor.
A traitor? Yeah, she didn't say who though. I don't know if it was.
No,
I don't
she
think it was
didn't
an
mention-
Upraptor. It doesn't show you in the beginning. It just shows this vampire guy coming and killing a bunch of them. And the guy in the suit of armor, he was like supposed to be the protector, Malik.
Right, that's what we saw in the beginning.
I'm
Him
not sure why these
running.
skeletons sound like a T-Rex when you kill them. I don't know if you heard it. Oh, it didn't make a noise that time.
Yeah, it does sound like a...
Jurassic Park. Oh,
Yeah,
there
it's
it is.
roaring. Yeah, it's roaring.
Although, is that really what a T-Rex sounds like? We just assume that because of Jurassic Park, right? But it's like,
It's true.
I'm pretty sure a T-Rex does not go. "Roar."
I mean, we really don't know. Oh. Was there somebody hanging there? Couldn't tell.
I think so.
Oh,
I
it's
got
hard
full
to tell.
health.
You would think he gets
While it is
smashed by
true
that
natural
spiky
light
ball.
weakens a vampire, magical light can have many uses indeed.
Okay, so we got our first useful spell, which is going to be this one.
Light.
Which will create light in the world, which is what we need to see. And now it's much easier to
Whoa,
see.
wow.
Alright.
Wow,
And
it
now we
covers a
can
lot of ground.
Sorry, buddy. I actually didn't even need your blood. I was just being
He's like,
gluttonous. Now you got killed trying to go over there and get you. Oh, I guess I'll go around this way. The one thing I wish these spiky balls, it would show you like a path. You have to just really pay attention to how they move.
Yeah, I see you got it.
Because they don't have
go
like
for
a
a while,
trail on
too.
the ground that you know which way they're going to be going.
They go for a long while, too.
Wow. That did not work out to my favor. So the beginning of this game is very easy. It gets a little harder later.
Naturally. Like most games, right?
Let's get some more light in here. Nothing useful here. There's a lot of secrets in this game too. So if you're big into, I'll try to do as many as I can remember in this walkthrough. There's a switch in the wall. I like how he's like, please help me. And I just suck
You
your
just
blood.
suck his blood. He's like, well, you did put him out of his misery.
I guess it's better than being chained to a wall.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's been there because it's just like hanging out with that skeleton. It's like the skeleton. I just wanted to see them chatting, like, after, just be like, "Hey, Fred, how's it going? Hey, Daryl, just sitting here hanging."
So it's like, oh, there's somebody coming. Let's do our thing.
Okay, you start walking. I'll say, "Please help me, kind sir."
Okay, don't forget what the lines, okay? Please help me.
Like,
You gotta nail it just right.
You're gonna hear those words a lot in this game. Please help me, kind sir. Wow. The skeletons, if they hit you, they just like explode. So there's not too many secrets in the beginning. There's a lot that come in later into play, like hidden switches and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But most of the beginning is fairly obvious.
Some puzzles.
Yeah. Sometimes the slash, sometimes I miss him with the slash. I'm working on it, guys. I did get pretty far in this. I was using the Prima strategy guide from like 1996. Shout out to, which we used for the Soulreaver one too.
Yeah.
Which was
You remember there was so
pretty good.
many
Gives you all this-
typos and things?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. It was tough getting
JD
through
as a writer was driving her nuts. You're like, didn't you edit this?
it. Right?
Uh,
It was tough getting through it because I was reading it to you, remember?
Yeah, you were. Oh yeah, because we were doing this one. I've been off from work.
Pre-play it.
Yeah, I've been off from work, so I've just been reading myself and playing through it. The last time JD was helping me by reading me the guide while I was playing. And I'm trying to remember as much as I can of like where stuff is in this game. Oh no, go. There we go. You see me sneak through? You see that? You see that?
Real close. Almost poked your ass there.
This guy's in my way. Oh, it's a girl.
Ah.
That sounded like something else, right?
Yeah, she sounded real excited there.
Oh my god.
Got a kick out of it.
Oh my god, stupid ball. Go. Oh, me. Thank you. The balls do a lot of damage, so be careful. The skeletons don't do any damage, really. The balls do a lot of damage. You gotta watch out for them balls.
Watch out for those
And the spikes.
balls.
Which I just walked into like an idiot. Like an idiot. Stimpy, you idiot! So this is very spooky. Guys, don't get scared from this game. I know it's pretty scary. If you have trigger warning, if you get scared by vampires, this is not the game for you. I think I gotta go the other way because that ball is not moving in a way I can go around it. Maybe this one? Maybe if I just hang out in this corner? Nope, that didn't work. I thought that was gonna work.
That was bad.
Okay, so we're back where we started. So a lot of the dungeons tend to be circular to take you back to the beginning, and the point of going into this one was to get the light to help us out later.
So it's like, can you really be afraid of something that's not real? Like, can people actually be afraid of vampires?
Well, if you're a kid and you're convinced it's real. Like, you were afraid of Freddy Krueger, you know he's not real. But you thought he was real, right?
Well, yeah, as a kid, but what if you're like an adult? That'd
Like,
be
what if
interesting
he's-
to know, right?
What if he was real?
It was like, I guess people are afraid of ghosts too, right? Because they
yeah.
believe it's real.
That's true. Ghosts. Like Scooby-Doo was terrified of ghosts. And, oh, by the way, I forgot. If you press start, you can see the maps of every area you're in.
Well, that'll
super
come
useful.
in handy.
Get over here. There we go. Should I use a fillet to kill that guy? I guess I will.
A fillet.
Fillet.
A filet o fish sandwich.
Alright, let's see if you can pronounce that name.
What? Oh,
Ziegturchl.
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 It's like in Eurotrip when he was at that like dominatrix place and she's like, "Do you have the safe for it?" And he's like, "Schnuben. Sorry, that was like a very specific reference to the movie Eurotrip. Nachtholm. That one's easier. Nachtholm.
Dawns, and with it, the vampire grows stronger.
So you get stronger at
Whoa,
night.
that's a
Ooh.
toothy werewolf.
Mm-hmm. We're getting some wolf powers. Are you guys excited? Let's see if I can do it before the end of this
well,
episode.
that's kind of cool. You can morph into different creatures.
Yeah, we're gonna get some werewolf powers.
It's interesting because here it's like, oh, I'm gonna morph into a werewolf or whatever. But then like, what was that movie Underworld? There was this whole storyline where they were against each other.
But the guise of the wolf brings with it its
Oh,
own
okay,
kind
there
of
we go.
hunger and
Slash him
rage.
apart.
Slashy.
Suck that blood. So yeah, that's true. Well, in most fiction, I want to say it was like the battles between werewolves and vampires, right?
Yeah, they're against each other.
So the big thing with the werewolf is you can jump gaps like that. So that becomes important to get through certain areas in the game. But yeah, it's kind of weird in this one. They're like friends. Or actually, it's not friends. They're just like, I can also do that.
Coexist.
Oops, I did not
Or you
want
could
to
just change into one.
Yeah, it uses your magic, a little bit of it, when you go back and forth. And just be careful with the spikes, because they do a lot of damage. So just carefully jump over them. All you gotta do is stand at the edge and press the A button on the Xbox controller. I don't know, whatever button you're using on your controller. If you're playing on the PS1... Oh, by the way, we were gonna play this game earlier, but the only version I had was the PS1, and the PS1 version is not the best. It's got super, super long load times. That was a heavy criticism of the PS1 version of this game.
Well, that's cool that we got a chance to play for this month, October. Very appropriate, right?
Oh, yeah. It's National Vampire Month.
Right.
What is this guy doing? Get out of here. Get out of my face.
Right, he's just standing around waiting for you to kill him.
He's like, I'm going to follow you around.
I'm gonna annoy the hell out of you until you kill me, because I want to die.
Oh, where am I going? I guess I can't pick up the blood vial if I have full blood. Okay, so the blue stuff is water. So do not step in the water. Water is bad.
Water's bad. He can't he can't be under the rain, and he can't be in the water.
Alright, and one last thing you can do with the werewolf, and then we'll get going, is you can jump up cliffs. So any of the smaller cliffs, you can jump up them, and you can jump over the water. And look, we're here at another cave, and we're going to see what's in that cave in the next episode, guys. You guys excited? We're playing some Blood Omen.
You're still here? Well, you might as well subscribe. Okay, you can go now.